Just making my way back from Philly. You know, I live 4 miles outside of Philadelphia, Chestnut Hill. I just drove into Chestnut Hill. I haven't been there for a while. It's probably been 2 years since I've been in Chestnut Hill. And it was nice. Of course, everything's decorated for Christmas. The weekend, it's going to be packed, because I actually did find parking on the street. But I stopped at the Pipe Rack, which is almost a historic pipe store. You have to get there. Dave is the owner. Dave Thiel, Thiel. Good guy, knows everything about pipes and tobaccos and stuff. And I've always had great conversations with him. Always. Never not had a good conversation with him. He carries Savinelli's, Rossi's, Peterson's, Nording, and various estate pipes and different pipes he carries. Cornell and Deal. Tobaccos. He has house tobaccos. Just really good stuff. Really good stuff. I ended up getting, I'll do a little show and tell, because I love patronizing brick and mortar stores more than I like patronizing online places. And his people drive for miles. His customers drive for miles. When they could literally mail order, they would rather go to a brick and mortar. And there's people who are like that. So if you get a chance to go to a brick and mortar store, I would say do it. I like, there are some online companies that are turning into brick and mortar stores. You'll be hearing about them in the future. But what did I get today? Golden Days of Yore Christmas blend. Got that. I never had that, so we're trying that probably tonight. I got Gentleman Caller, which is a blend with deer tongue in it, which everyone says, have you ever tried any deer tongue blends? No, I didn't, but I will be trying that tonight. And what else did I get? I got Old Joe Krantz, which people say to me, if you like haunted bookshop, you like Old Joe Krantz. So I can't wait to try that. And then one of my favorites from a bazillion years ago is, I just got an ounce of luxury Stokeby Luxury Bullseye Flake. And I got an ounce of that, the medallions. And I probably will dig into that tonight. That's what I got. And then, of course, he always gives me several boxes of wooden matches. So that came from the Pipe Rack in Philadelphia and Chestnut Hill. So if you think, like for instance, a lot of people will equate Pennsylvania with only like one or two pipe shops. Also know that the Pipe Rack exists. There is more than one pipe shop, pipe and pipe tobacco shop in Pennsylvania. So if you're doing a tour of different shops, there's the one in Chambersburg. Of course you got to go to that. And then don't forget the one that's been around forever called the Pipe Rack. The store is only, 14 feet by 15 feet, something like that, right? Small, tiny. It's just a tiny little place. But you get the feeling that they've been there forever. They know what they're talking about. It's owned and operated by one guy. He doesn't need a big staff. I found out today that he has delivered to his customers. Literally, he's got a guy that can barely make it to his front door, and he orders such and such tobacco. It's almost like the Pipe Rack version of DoorDash. He will deliver to his own customers. I mean, how amazing is that? He delivers pipes and pipe tobacco to his customers. He's got a guy that orders, 8 boxes of a certain kind of cigar every 2 months. He delivers to that guy. And that blew me away. That just showed me the dude's got a good heart. It just showed me that, because I said, wouldn't it be cool if there was like a DoorDash, like an Uber of, and he said, a lot of times there's legal issues. Are you delivering to someone who's underage? You can get into big trouble for that. But customers that he knows, existing customers that he knows, he will make pipe tobacco deliveries. I mean, if I had a store, a pipe tobacco store, pipes and pipe tobacco store, I would make sure that everybody knows, look, man, if you can't make it out of the house, you're jonesing for a certain kind of brand, just give me a call and I will drop it off on my way home from work today. And I think it's if you live within 5 miles of where the store is, he will actually make a delivery. I don't know anyone that does that. To me, that's dedication. I like Dave because across the alleyway from Dave is what used to be a barber shop that I almost purchased several years ago when the old man Angelo passed away. And I almost got that barber shop, but there was a financial thing where some business broker wanted a little bit too much, and the place wasn't worth anything, really. The guy didn't have a database of customers. When he started getting sick, he was intermittent, in opening up the store, so he lost a lot of customers. And then after he died, and I'm talking, these were like barber chairs and barber stations, from 1952. The whole place, just for the contents alone, $2,000 to $5,000. $2,000 to $5,000. I would have kept it the same. I would have kept it in such a way where it looked like it was still from 1952. The guy did nothing to the place, and I loved it. I would just cleaned it up. I would have dressed like 1952. It would have felt like you were walking into a 1955 barbershop. Anyways, a business broker got in there and was dealing with the widow, and they were trying to get $50,000 for the place. And guess what? They got nothing. They ended up getting nothing for it because the business broker got greedy. The widow, she passed away, from what I understand, and they got nothing. And everything just probably got auctioned off or something. It's a shame, because I would have loved to do coaching 3 days a week, have had the barber shop open 2 to 3 days a week, have a boutique barber shop open 2 to 3 days a week, and be right across the alleyway from the pipe tobacco store. And I would have made the barber shop a pipe and cigar lounge on the off days that it wasn't open. How cool would that have been? But woulda, coulda, shoulda, right? But I wasn't about to spend $50,000 or $30,000 or $20,000 on a barber shop that had no database, and it had just 3 chairs. One of them wasn't working, and that was a big goose egg. That was a big zero. And like I said, I would have given her $2 or $3 grand, just put it in her hand, and kept her husband's legacy going and created a new one. But the business broker got greedy, and when they got greedy, then nobody got a penny. It's a shame. But anyways, all I have to say, when you get a chance, go to the Pipe Rack in Philadelphia. It's not in the shithole part of Philadelphia. Remember, I keep telling you, Philly's a shithole. This is the part of Philly that I would live in if I was going to stay up in the Northeast. I would live in Chestnut Hill. Everything is walkable. You literally could live in Chestnut Hill, and I don't even think you would need a car. If you could work remotely from home, there's food stores, there's pharmacies, apothecary places, confectionery places, bakeries, breweries. Everything's within walking distance, within 1 mile. It's pretty cool. But if you get a chance, check out the Pipe Rack in Philadelphia. I'm so happy to be able to talk about a place that you can actually go and shake a man's hand and talk about manly shit. It's rare. It's so rare. And I had the privilege of doing that again today and contribute. And of course, getting a nice little stash. All right. Cheers, my friends. My friendly acquaintances.